In this video, I'm going to talk about marketing. What is marketing? I have seen small businesses getting confused, getting lost, and they're confusing marketing with many other things, right? But in this video, I'm going to talk to you about the basic concept, exactly what marketing really is, right? And what is the starting point of marketing. My name is Chandan Kamal Sharma, and I'm trying to attempt to let you know about marketing when we already have lots of people and very biggies as well, like Seth Godin on YouTube, talking about what marketing really is. But I still feel that for small businesses, those are very high end concepts. They need to, first of all, understand the starting point of marketing. And that's what I am going to discuss. I have done more than 125 project implementations in marketing automation. And before that, I was working with various companies like British Airways, Avaya, and other companies where I actually established marketing, digital marketing, and I also got indulged in various sales activities as well. So let's talk about marketing. Let's dive deeper into the topic. And yes, remember that there's also a bonus tip for you at the end of the video. So let's start. So to start with, like I said, what is the starting point of marketing or all marketing activities? You might have product, you might have you might have services, you might also be promoting or trying to promote an individual, right? This kind of things you would like to promote. But exactly what is the starting point? So when you say promote or when you say marketing, there has to be only one word that has to be kept in mind, right? To start with, because that is the starting point, and that is creating awareness, right? Awareness is the word that we have to have in mind. Everything comes later. I saw a lot of small businesses getting confused with sales, getting it confused with sales, getting it confused with loyalty programs, offers, a lot of other things. They're getting confused, but those are not the starting points. They actually come a bit later. In fact, quite later in the entire game. So take an example. You have a product, you have a service, or if you want to promote an individual, right, who is already providing services, right, you would basically want to first of all create awareness, right? Now awareness is the first step. Which platform that you have to use, where exactly can you find your audience, right? What exactly is the method in terms of which platform those audience would be using, so those kind of things is what we have to plan. But again, it's all boiling down to just one word, that is awareness, right? So we have to create awareness here. So once you think of creating awareness, once you have your product, once you have a service, everything set up in front of you, now is the time, now is the phase where you want the market to know about it, right? You want your audience to know about the product or your service. Now to start with, there's a basic framework that we also follow, right? But again, I'll just want you to keep in mind the word awareness. Right, now let's move to the framework that I was talking to you about. The framework basically involves four letters, that is R.E.A.R, which is reach, engage, acquire, and retain. Right, so you have to reach. First of all, you identify your audience and then you reach your audience. Now this is where reach starts. When you reach your audience, now of course you're not going to market to everyone. Of course you are not going to create awareness for everyone, right? You will have to basically create awareness for the specific audience who would be interested, who might get some value out of that particular product or service that you're offering. So you have to reach them. Now how do you reach them is what you have to look at as the next step, right? Which platform to use, who's going to be your audience, right? Is it going to be local, is it going to be global, right? Is it going to be Facebook, or is it going to be Google Ads, or is it going to be a billboard, right? This is how you reach. Now when you complete this step of reach, next comes engagement. So once you have reached them, you have to see now, are they engaged? Are they engaging? And that actually lets you know about the audience, that lets you know about whether or not you are engaging with the right audience, or whether or not that audience is engaging back with you, right? If not, then you might have to change your audience, change the people who you are targeting, right? Audience basically is the people who you are targeting. So this is where you have to see exactly, are they getting engaged or not. Engagement for something like a website would mean the visits, number of the time spent, number of pages viewed. This is something called an engagement. And when it comes to an offline business, it's all about the footfalls, right? Are they visiting your shop? How much time they're spending? Do they find anything which makes sense to them? So that is about engagement. So we discussed about reach, we discussed about engagement. Now we have Next, A, which is acquisition, acquire. Now here you acquire. How do you really acquire, right? One more thing I forgot about the engagement stage, where this is where basically you also let them know about your offers. What offers do you have? What benefits that you offer to these people? What kind of discounts they can get? Now, once they see these offers and benefits, then they get to the next stage, which is about acquisition. Acquisition is all about they transacting with you, right, digitally or offline. They're transacting with you. So the moment they transacted with you, that will become something called as customer acquisition, right? So we talked about R, reach, engage, E, A, which is acquisition, and now we come to the last step, that is again another R, that is uh, retainer. Once the customer has done the transaction with you, that's called an acquisition, and now you are going to make sure that you retain that customer, right? So we talked about all R.E.A.R. In retaining the customer, you have to do monthly, weekly communication. Let them know about the offers, have their number, have their email address, to let them know about any other offer coming into picture. You have to basically keep doing R.E.A.R. circle again and again. So you have to again reach, again engage them, again acquire, and again retain the customer. So you have to keep retaining the customers. There's one more thing that most of the businesses take into consideration, but that comes at a much later stage. That is R.E.A.R. plus A. A is basically advocacy, right? This is advanced level. I wouldn't basically want you to confused with this concept, but basically advocacy basically means that when the customer themselves are promoting your service and product because they have liked it so much. But let's now focus only on R.E.A.R. So creating awareness, right? It involves reach, engage, acquire, and retain. So this is all I would say what marketing basically is, to start the starting point of marketing. Now it's completely upon you if you want to get confused about hundreds and thousands of concepts out there. Harvard is talking about it separately. Stanford is also talking about it, right? Of course they do mention about the basics, but I've seen people getting confused about, and basically they think that the more complex something is, the more valuable that would be. Of course this is I think a basic psychology, but for the purpose of this video, I would basically want you to keep in mind the thing called as awareness, the word that is called awareness. So this is what marketing awareness is all about. So here comes the bonus tip. The most difficult part, which I believe in the entire reach, engage, acquire, and retain cycle, is the engagement part. Of course, we can reach out using various ad formats. We just have to spend some money and we'll be able to reach out. But I think the key part of the entire cycle is the engagement, where you want to get your customer to engage with you. And for this, I'm giving you the tip to use a freemium business model. As a small business, if you're not aware, please go through the book by the name of Free by Chris Anderson. It's available on Amazon and other bookstores. Go through the book and you will be able to get various examples of how to have a freemium business model, and then you can think about ideas for your business as well. This is the most important and critical part of the entire marketing cycle, where you have to basically go into your customers, reach customers, and engage them, because engagement also leads to acquisition. And then of course you can move to the last step, which is about retaining the customer. So yes, go through the freemium book, go through the freemium business model. There are multiple articles available. Also go through the articles available by HubSpot and of course by many other companies. But yes, study the freemium business model and it will give you a lot of ideas. Reaching is not difficult. Acquisition of course will come only after you are able to engage your customer. So I hope you've liked the video. I hope you've gotten some value out of it, and I am also hoping that it can help you. It can help impact your business. If you have liked it, please subscribe to the channel and like the video so that it can reach out to other people. And see you again in my next